All right, market update, boys. Yeah, we lost 100 grand last week on this last trade. Well, technically we lost 92,000. You can see it right there. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another Alex G Trades video. Now, this week is going to be a bit interesting. One, because I've set for myself to have a massive goal of making $250,000 this week. And two, because if I didn't hit that, I would have to do whatever the top comments on my Instagram reel did. And they say some of the comments are pretty brutal, but others are very, very wholesome. And let's say that I have already missed out on plenty of opportunities to make that money. So let's just begin from where we left off last week. So last week we took this unnecessary loss on NZDCAD where we got wicked out from this position. As you can tell, I still haven't updated this trade on my actual checklist as a whole, simply because we have yet to actually figure out if we were fully wrong in this position or if we were right about it. So right now it just basically shows that we are right and it looks like we got wicked out. I was interested in entering this trade right at the market open, but I was waiting for London session to kick in. Right before London session, this just had a massive push to the downside. So I'm waiting for price to give me some type of reaction on this retracement so I can enter this trade to the downside. But right now it's giving me a perfect retracement, perfect pullback to enter this trade. I want to see if this daily time frame will indeed close below this structure point in order for me to continue these sells. So I'm just remaining very patient, to be honest, on this trade and waiting for it to give me that right confirmation before I actually enter it. But I have to compensate for my entry now. I've had plenty of opportunities up here, but I've just been very picky and I'm going to be waiting for that. Next is going to be AUDCHF, probably one of the cleaner trades when it comes to the daily time frame. Very clean daily break and retest above this very strong resistance that we've been struggling to break through since June of this current year. And I'm going to be waiting for price to give me a break above this structure level, give me a break above around psychological level 53,000 EMAs for me to take this trade to the upside. So I'm being very patient and waiting for the market to do that. Have my alarm set here so I can have that confirmation once we do that. Next is Euro GBP. It's a bit more of a high risk / day trade. I've been waiting for this price to come back into this area of interest, give me literally what precisely might happen in the next 18 minutes, and it's an engulfing candlestick to be my entry signal confirmation. But I just can't see myself entering this trade here. I see that this market needs to maybe have a bit of a deeper retracement before heading to the upside. And I really don't want to do what the top comment of my Instagram says, because some people are fucking ruthless. And it might cost me equally of what I would lose on the trade. Because remember, if I don't make the goal this week, I have to do something. And everything that people are telling me to do somehow correlates to money, which it doesn't have to be that way. Just an FYI, if any of you guys that commented on that post are commenting that, it can also be something just not related to that. Because imagine if I lose $250,000 on these trades and then I still have to go do something with money. It's like, fuck, it's like double L, but whatever, right? Euro AUD right now, we are retesting this neckline of this head and shoulders, or just this very strong level of support and then resistance, which I'm going to be waiting for price to give me a break and retest below that. Once price gives me a break and retest below that, it will be creating potentially the head and shoulders. I'm going to be waiting for price to get below around psychological level 1.7600, below the EMA and below the structure, for me to be interested in entering this sell to the downside. Next, we have NZDJPY, which the trade pretty much already happened. It was going to be this very high-risk retracement trade. We were at this high of the market. This high of the market has already indeed had this push to the upside, has approached this resistance, and we have been rejecting it. And we showed our first hand of rejection on Friday of last week, or Thursday of last week, which is this bearish engulfing candlestick. Friday was a doji. Today is Monday, and we already had that move very fast into the market. I didn't get a chance to get the entry, but could have been a very clean 1 to 2 risk to reward. I was waiting for price to break and retest this neckline for me to enter the sells to the downside. We never got it. It is what it is. We move on to the next one. I might be interested in continuation sells if price comes back and it retests this area very cleanly. I might be interested in continuation sales to the downside. So I'm going to be waiting for price to do that. Let me actually set my alarm here so it notifies me once and if it decides to actually make it there. GBP CAD, we have a price being at this area of interest, which is not the cleanest, but we can find a potential entry if we get some clean rejections from this structure point from this area to potentially sell to the downside. So I'm going to be waiting for clean entry signals here to sell. GBP NZD, we were waiting for a break and retest below this area of interest here in order for us to be interested in selling. So very clean break and retest in this area to then sell below 2.30 thousand. Very luckily, we've been very patient and we avoided this massive liquidity grab here before that. And last but not least is going to be AUD USD, waiting for a break and retest from this market right here. Lots of markets going down this week, so much different movement going on, so much different shit happening. We just have to be very, very, very patient and wait for the right trade. You make the money in weeks like these by taking the right trade, not by taking every trade. Even though every trade might look amazing and it might look fantastic, you need to make sure that you take the right trade. That's exactly what we're going to be doing here. So, yeah, I'll update you guys throughout the week. I know last week I was a bit slow in terms of the updates of the market. So I'll make sure that to not happen this week. And I'll keep you guys updated. So let's see how the week goes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we just entered NZDCAD sales. As you can tell, we just recorded it live. Just to show you guys once again, this is us in the position right now. I have my Mexican camera guy as a witness here. Witness protection program.
Identify.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we have just taken NZDCAD. The reason behind it is, I don't even know. I don't even have a reason behind it, I'm not going to lie. I just jumped into some impulse sells, anticipating for price to honestly just continue creating lower high, lower low. This is the potential lower high. This is so fucked up because this trade can still come back, take me out at my stop loss, hit the area of interest, and then go down again, right? And this is literally breaking my rules. I'm going against exactly what I explain every single day to not do. Do not do this. You need to enter a trade based off of a stop loss where if it gets hit, you cannot be fucking wrong, bro. And I literally did the opposite of that shit, man.
This is a free learning lesson.
No, it's not free. It's not fucking free.
For the viewers.
It's free for the viewers, but dude, they don't even appreciate that shit sometimes, man. They're like, oh, Alex loses money. Who cares? Right? Okay, it's Alex. Alex can afford it. The fuck does that mean? Well, I mean, set and forget, right? We're in the trade. Let's see what happens. All right, ladies and gentlemen, a little bit of a market update. Pretty much 24 hours later. Fucking same spot, dude. This is so annoying. This is what because I'm telling you right now, I see this shit going straight to stop loss. I've been in so many trades like this, and I can just tell. I can tell it's going to go straight to stop loss from here. I entered the trade too late while the trade was already gone. This is probably going to now give me a daily proper lower high structure point before continuing to the downside. And I literally entered this trade basically right here. I entered it at a lower low. If you notice, this was lower low, lower high, lower low, created a lower high, and then it had to move. This right here was the lower low. Should have waited for that daily lower high for then the price to come back to the downside. And I know what some of you guys may be saying right now. Oh, Alex, if you know it's going to hit stop loss, why don't you get out? Well, obviously, I don't know for a fucking fact that it's going to hit stop loss. I have plenty of experience that it's going to indicate to me that it is going to hit stop loss. But I am a man of my fucking word. I stick to my word and to whatever I decided to do at the moment of entering this trade. I thought that was a logical decision. I thought that it made sense to risk $150,000 behind this fucking trade. So guess what? I did it, and I'm going to stick to that. There's no way I'm going to change that just because things are getting a little bit rocky or things aren't looking good. Some people may say, oh, you're just being a degenerate. You're not covering risk. I am covering risk. I'm only risking 4 or 5% of my personal account. That's all the risk I need to cover. That is more than enough for me to determine that I am okay with losing this trade. I can lose this trade right now. Literally, right now I can go ahead and just lose this trade and I will be totally okay with it. Does it suck because I think that I have more odds of losing now than winning? Yes, but I commit to my trade no matter what. And that's the problem with 99% of you traders out there. You guys don't have that courage. You guys don't have that word to yourself. And that's why you don't succeed. I think this is literally going to come right up here and then literally get very close to my stop loss and then boom, straight down to the downside. I've just seen it way too many times. I've been doing this for way too fucking long. And I can just tell, I can tell. It's breaking the highs. It's the time that it's doing at. It's the day that it's doing it at. I've just been here so many times. I can just tell. And the crazy part is that I've actually avoided a couple of the losses. So I'm not even that mad. Euro GBP, if I would have entered this trade, this shit would have straight lit. Like, this is probably exactly what's going to happen with NZDCAD. Like, I'm probably going to get wicked out just like that. This shit would have straight wicked me out and gone straight to fucking take profit, bro. Oh my God, dude. This is the craziest week that I can imagine. I've seen so many beautiful markets and they've done this. You could take, for example, GBP CAD. This is another market. I was interested in selling this. I didn't sell it because I didn't get my engulfing how I wanted to. Would have completely violated me and then gone straight to take profit. Like, what is going on? So I am very glad of the outcome of this position right here. And even if I were to lose right now, because I could have lost a lot more if I would have taken any other of these trades. So I'm not mad at all. NZDJPY was the only one that I kind of would have really won. But everything else just would have been a straight loss. AUD USD is cooking for me. I see a beautiful counter trend trade cooking up right here. The daily time frame, I want to see how this daily candlestick closes. Same exact situation. If this is the lower low, I want to wait for some type of daily lower high for me to then sell. So this might not be the trade for this week because this is the first candlestick that this week is having of a slowdown. I think the actual sell will be next week. As you can tell, we have the weekly rejection. Then the following week, you have the wick retracement and then the push to the downside. So this week might be that closure. Next week might be that retracement for them to sell. We got to wait for that retracement to then the sell. Yeah. Patience, ladies and gentlemen. I actually like AUD USD a lot. I'm going to put it up here next to NZDCAD. GBP NZD nothing. USD CHF. USD CAD nothing. Yeah. All we got to do is just not even cross our fingers. There's no prayers. There's no wish, there's no routine, there's no superstition that I can do that will get me out of this right here. All I gotta do is set and fucking forget. So we'll come back and see what happens. Not being fucking cocky here, all right? Just saying. Not fucking bad, okay? It's not a fucking bad move. It's fucking really fucking good. And we are going to wait. But if somebody tells me something, I'm going to tell them that I fucking, I just said and fucking forget, okay? Okay, so they're fucking said and fucking forget. You know what? Don't get hyper, Alex. Just relax. Relax, right? The trade has not hit take profit. The trade right now is barely, and I'm talking about barely, at a 1-to-1. Right now, at the moment of this recording, we are up $119,000. Does that look amazing? Yes. Actually, I'm sorry. I apologize. We are actually up $140,000 on this trade. And some people out there still have the fucking audacity to say that we don't trade legitimate. Suck my fucking smoothies that I have downstairs making for all this protein that I'm about to take in. You know, it takes some real balls of steel to just go out there and say some dumb shit like, yo, if I don't make X amount of money this week, I'm a fucking loser, and roast me about it. Like, why am I adding this unnecessary pressure to myself? You know why? Because I have congruence with who I am as a person and my potential. I know what I'm capable of doing, and I will always challenge myself to be a better fucking person and be a better trader and change and impact lives all around the world. Why am I so hyped off of just a trade that is at a 1-to-1? You want to know what's the crazy part? That last week I lost this trade right here. I should be in this trade in profit. I should not even have taken this second trade. Oh, man. Well, you guys already know NZDCAD is doing its thing. I really want London session to keep this pushing down. Honestly, Euro GBP is having that retest. While this looks great to actually enter a new buy, I'm not even going to lie. Yeah, this actually looks really good. Yeah, this looks pretty good. Shall we take this trade right here? I mean, it's not a fucking bad trade, dude. I'm not even gonna lie. It's actually a fantastic trade to take. Euro GBP, left head, right shoulder, bullish candle, 4 hour, another inverted head and shoulders cooking up. Well, I mean, it would be a confirmed head and shoulders once we have that. It would be a confirmed daily head and shoulders. Excuse me. Once we break above this structure point right here. So it kind of like once it gets the breakout of that, it's the breakout of both. Can we also catch another trade here? That would make sense. Sure. No. Risk to reward would be a bit smaller, but the trade would be a bit stronger. Not a bit, actually. It'd be a lot fucking stronger. Still not a bad trade. I'm not going to lie. I actually like taking this right here all day. I'll keep my eye on this. Euro AUD. Get the fuck out of here. NZDJPY. Get the fuck out of here. GBP CAD, get the fuck out of here. GBP NZD, get the fuck out of here. AUD USD. Well, we called it break retest. So everything else can really get the fuck out of here. Honestly, man. Yeah, it's just Euro GBP and NZDCAD for now. Alright, cool. Let's come back in New York session and let's see what the market has done. Update you guys in a little bit, so don't forget. All right, ladies and gentlemen, update. You know, I'm not gonna say anything, right? All I'm gonna say is let the market do its thing. Tomorrow in the morning, I'm going to either have a proper celebration or not. You know, I don't even want to hype myself up right now. It is currently 3 in the fucking morning. I just got home from an interesting night with the boys, and I want to make sure that before I celebrate my wins too early, that this is a proper move in the market. Right now, we're currently up about a 1 to 1.5 in the markets, up about 180K right now. Pop it up right now on the screen, and this is where we're at. So this is breaking this low, breaking below the wicks. The 1 hour time frame, which is what I'm mainly watching right now in London session, has broken these lows. I can expect for price to come back and retest this structure before having a continuation to the downside. So let's just continue to identify the market for what is happening live right now. Literally just London session just kicked in. It's 3 a.m. 2 hour candlestick just closed. So the momentum should continue going to the downside. If London keeps having a retracement to the upside, is not ideal. So let's see exactly what happens. If you notice, I'm very calm, I'm very collected, and that's exactly what I want to be at this point right now, because I don't want to celebrate too early and then this market has a reversal now. So I'm just going to keep my composure. Euro GBP, if I would have actually executed this trade yesterday, would have taken a massive L. So this is why I wanted to wait for price to break the neckline of the daily head and shoulders and the 4 hour neckline of the head and shoulders as well, because it would create that double confluence of that trade at that point. So there's times where I would take this trade here and I would take this loss, or sometimes it would work. But in a week like this, where I've had massive amount of trades that I would have taken a loss on, I want to wait for that extra confirmation for price to break and retest out of that structure point. So for now, avoided this loss to perfection. Couldn't ask for a better outcome to this week, honestly. This couple of months ago, maybe even for sure a year ago, I would have definitely ended up on the losing side of this week, just because the amount of trades that created a great opportunity, I just couldn't capitalize off of it. USDCAD gave us another retracement continuation push to the downside, but it's a massive counter trend trade, so I'm not that interested in it. And then everything else, honestly, is pretty much cooked, other than the one that we're in right now. It's actually fucking cooking in our favor. So for now, let's let it do its thing, and we'll come back in New York session. I'm gonna keep my composure. That's all I can say. My God. You know, usually, yes, can I help you? Go ahead, get your morning smell. She likes the toothpaste smell. And then she leaves. Come on. Bro, I hate when they put the ass in my face, man. Come on. Come on. You know, in a situation like this, I would be flipping the table, you know? And I should. But I'm not, because job's not finished. I said that at the beginning of this week, I would need to close out at $250,000. Right now, we are at $198,000. You know, it's not so much just the beauty of the money behind it. It's more of the way how I did it. Like, I don't have to add this extra pressure on myself. I don't have to be so transparent. I don't have to put any of this out there. I can just trade myself. Oh, you came in the middle. Come on, just come on in, man. Just come on in, man. Take a seat.
I feel like I'm in trouble. The way you're saying it.
No, I'm just telling the people that in a situation like this, I would flip the table. I would just probably smash a phone. But not this time, you know? Not this time. Because the job's not finished. We're supposed to close out at $250K. Right now we're at 200,000. So we're not there yet, right? And I don't have to add this unnecessary pressure to myself. Like, dude, I don't have to do this, you know?
Why do it?
I don't have to fucking like go out there and post all this shit and like the fucking idiots in the comments say, yo, it's not real or whatever. Like, I don't even have to deal with that shit, you know? I just do it because I have the love for the game and the impact that it makes to the people. Some people are grateful for it and some people capitalize off of the opportunity and other people don't. And even the guys that hate, they're the people that are hating on me right now on this trade are watching this trade right now so mad.
They're probably on the 1 minute time frame looking at it.
Yeah, they're like, oh, bro, it's going to reverse now. It's going to take him out now. I told you, it's going to take him out now. It's going to take him out now. Dude, I have so many people in my DMs like, bro, why are you still in that position? Close it. It's going to go up. Shut the fuck up, man. Who the fuck is the professional trader here? Just take a seat, man. It's not your turn. Get some experience. Get your own analysis, your own trade, and then we can speak. But on my trade, let me have my trade. So, yeah, I'm not going to flip the table just yet. I actually woke up, bro. You know, it was definitely at $250,000 down here. Because I woke up when this candlestick was fully red. And it was like 200 and... It was like a little bit down here. It was like 240. I have a screenshot. $248,000. I almost closed it right then and there. But I'm like, dude, we have to come and record it and all this bullshit.
Yeah, the proof.
Yeah.
People don't believe it.
Hold on, did I even take the screenshot? 244.
Crazy.
Look, I took a screenshot. That's what I'm gonna post on Instagram. 244. So we'll check back in, ladies and gentlemen.